Two quarterbacks look ready to play some football. Another one does not. And I think we're starting to see why the Browns keep speaking in the terms that they speak with these respective quarterbacks. It is a very sad day for one, Nicholas Padone, because Shedeur went 0 for 5, 4 3-and-outs, 3 for 6 for like 12 yards or 14 yards. He was sacked 5 times. Had a 23-yard sack in there, which is kind of hard to do in the NFL. Yet, basically all the bad habits that he had at Colorado, they all showed up yesterday. And so, Nick, we are here to get you through this difficult time in your life.
I mean, I think there are a lot of people on the social streets that are like waiting to hear the sound of my voice today. I'm all right. I could say like I'm fine. He played like garbage. He played like Deshaun Watson. And
by the way, that's not a compliment.
I like, what more can you say? He really did. Every single negative flaw that Shedeur Sanders had in his pre-draft scouting report, and this is when people thought, I'm talking about when people thought that Shedeur Sanders was going to be the number 2 overall pick in the draft. And there are a lot of pros, and we've seen the pros this preseason and throughout camp, that he is very accurate. The arm strength is not much of a, challenge. He could fit the football in really tight windows. But yesterday, were every single flaw on display when you saw him take that 25-yard set. He looked like me playing Madden at 1 a.m.
Yeah, it was pretty ugly. This was great. Paul Ross on X sent us a Shedeur Sanders 92.3 The Fan bingo card. Basically everything that he expects us or you to say at 216-474-0092 throughout the show today. Basically, I guess, making excuses for one Shedeur. By the way, he got asked after the game, like, if he thinks he's going to make the team, which I thought was an interesting question because I didn't realize that was up for debate. Yes, he's going to make the team. The Browns are not going to cut him.
Well, his answer was funny on it, too.
The answer was fantastic, but I was a little taken aback by that. I asked Dylan Gabriel about being a better game quarterback than a practice quarterback. He gave a great answer to the question, and it certainly made a lot of sense. Listen, I'm just going to tell you, the guy that we've seen in the preseason games is not the guy we've been watching at practice. It's just it's night and day different. It really is. He's looked fantastic on the field in the preseason, and it's been a hot mess for the most part, with little glimpses of gleams. Is Marty Schottenheimer, the late great Marty Schottenheimer, said, "There's a gleam, man." Well, a little bit, a little gleam here and there with Dylan on the practice field. But, like, that's not the dude we watch in practice.
Well, you see, though, even in the game, every now and again with Dylan Gabriel, like, he throws one and it just completely sails it. And it's like, whoa. And I know you weren't able to listen to the broadcast yesterday.
He's going to get somebody killed.
Because you were in the press box. Joe Thomas said that after almost every pass. He was like, hey, he really has to stop doing this because a DB is either, one, going to just obliterate the wide receiver in front of him, or two, intercept that ball and take it the other way like we saw happen to Dylan Gabriel before. So right. Joe Thomas was really giving people the red flags, like, while what you're seeing is good and he's moving the sticks and he's completing passes, there is still a lot to clean up here in terms of how these passes are being delivered from Dylan Gabriel. Like, Joe Thomas was just telling it how it was, that somebody was going to get either seriously hurt or the ball was going to be taken the other way for a touchdown on some of those Gabriel throws.
Yeah, but again, I do want to give credit where credit is due. I mean, if I'm hard on a guy and when he's not performing well, I have an obligation to give him a pat on the back when he does. And look, he delivered results yesterday. That 2-minute drive was really nice. It was efficient. Got a touchdown on the board there before half. I mean, that's really all you can ask for in that situation.
Well, let me ask you this. He did. He looked really good. Like, Dylan Gabriel, to his credit, looked awesome. And that
he
that
looked
2-minute
better.
drive, it was like Bo Nix-esque.
Yeah. He looked better than Deshaun Watson.
For sure. But let me ask you this. You mentioned that 2-minute drive, and that was ultimately like the big exclamation point on Dillon Gabriel's day.
That, by the way, he had 2 throws that would have hung receivers out to dry as well. Like, let's also like point that out to what you were saying, what Joe Thomas was talking about on the News 5 telecast. But it was a clean, efficient drive.
What did you think of Shedeur not getting the opportunity to do it at the end of the game there? Because I know he wanted it. He thought he was getting
Kevin wanted to win a preseason game. Like, that's why he did. Like, that's why Kevin did that and put Tyler Huntley in. He wanted to go get the preseason win. Like, and I'm just like, not that all that important. You know, like finishing 3-0 in the preseason's not all that important to me.
Well, I mean, the last time it happened.
Yeah, do I need to explain to people what happened? There was a parade the last time the Browns went 3-0 in the preseason, and the parade was not down East 9th Street.
McNeil's listening. Get those permits ready, buddy.
So I wasn't all that concerned about winning the game. Kevin Stefanski was, and that's why I think he made that change and put Huntley in there. But
couldn't you have gone to Shedeur and let him feel really good about the way that he had a really bad day? But if he was able to do that, and if he was able to get the Browns into field goal position to win the game, we're probably feeling a little bit better about Shedeur's performance. And, while those sacks were bad and those bad habits crept in, all the Shedeur supporters would be able to rally together and say, but see, this is what we signed up for. It's legendary in the moments that mattered the most.
So it's the Kenny Pickett thing.
But it's fascinating that we'll never know because we'll never know because Shedeur didn't get the opportunity. I thought that was mismanaged.
No,
I would have given him the opportunity to go out there and to try to salvage his day.
I honestly don't have it, dude. I gave you 5 drives to do something.
In the same way that why did Dustin Hopkins? That was a perfect opportunity to get more of an answer on Dustin Hopkins in this kicking situation, which seems shaky at best.
Well, they don't feel they need answers from veterans.
It's the backup kicker.
They don't feel they need answers from veterans.
Well, Shedeur's not a veteran. Shedeur should have played that last final 2-minute drive.
I think they got their answer yesterday with Shedeur. He's not ready. He's not ready. Like that. That's. I know you don't want to hear that, but that's the answer. Dillon Gabriel looks more ready to play than Shedeur Sanders does.
So what do they do, man? Because Andrew Berry was on the on the broadcast, and he's saying that they're going to keep all 4.
Yeah.
That's not serious to me. Look.
What if you put one of them on injured reserve, Kenny Pickett?
Yeah,
put Kenny Pickett on the 4-week injured reserve. You buy yourself 4 weeks. You get into the season. You see where you're at record wise. Are you 0-4, 1-3, 2-2?
Well, that's probably how you would have to do it,
right?
Because the NFL, everybody says at least that it's a copycat league and that the smart teams will copy things from other teams. Not us, though. Not here. We try to be the ones that set the trends for whatever reason, and it really seems like they're going to carry all 4 of these guys come roster cuts. Andrew Berry went as far to say that he views that as an advantage. Hey, you can only play one of them at once, unless you do the Kyle Shanahan, Johnny Manziel trick play that goes viral on the internet every couple of months, where you do the fake runner out thing.
Yeah.
Could Kenny Pickett get in the slot?
When you have to go
a little bit of Julian Edelman with that.
Well, I mean, look, at that time, that was the only way you were doing anything with Johnny is you went into the bag of tricks because he couldn't function.
So why'd we draft 2 of them? I've got so many questions. Why was on the list of questions? Why did we draft 2 of them?
Well, they had no intention of drafting 2 of them. That's the thing I keep trying to explain to the. We need a name for the fan club, Shedeur's fan club.
I know there's been names that have been thrown around, and none of them really stick.
The Shacrazies?
I don't know. These people are nuts. Like some of the people, you would think that Kevin Stefanski is Freddie Kitchens by the way that some of these Shedeur Sanders supporters are talking about him online. And I don't agree with it. I think Shedeur should have gotten at least the opportunity to finish that game and see if he could put a 2-minute drive together and finished the preseason feeling at least decently about what he was able to do. But some of these people online are just
I'm not going to lie,
out of their gourd. I would have liked to see, because I think that's
of course
something
you would have liked to see. You're the second Shashill on the station.
Dude, because I think that you could, if you're Shedeur Sanders, you could have had an opportunity, as Daryl almost fell out of his seat there, to
now
reclaim
I dropped my
your
pen.
day.
I needed to pick my pen up off the floor.
You had an opportunity to let the kid redeem his day, and now we'll never know. Now he has to sit there for who knows how long with a bad taste in his mouth because he laid an egg.
Listen,
in
Kevin
the preseason
Stefanski
finale.
knows wins are going to be few and far between this year, so he's got to get them when he can, even if it's in the preseason. He's 3-0 in 2025.
And what was the last time they went 3-0?
They didn't win a game in the regular season.
Get the parade permits ready.